Hey there, happy hookers. Welcome to the apocalypse. It's me, Lord Reverend Mongo Jones of the Coat Hanger Solution. Today, we're going to make chili. Canteen cup, it's important. So the first question is, of course, why chili? Why is chili a good food for the apocalypse? Well, and I'll tell you, because all things, any foods that are really good for the apocalypse need to be able to stretch. You need to be able to take the resources that you have and stretch them out over several days. This is one of those things where when I see post-apocalyptic films and they're showing the horrors of cannibalism and they're always roasting somebody over a fire, that's stupid. That's not stretching your resources. If you're going to eat humans, make stew. Make soup. Make chili. Right? So you're going to need a pan. You're going to need a large spoon. This is my spoon. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And then other stuff later. First things first, let's talk about meat. Yes. So, like I said, if you don't have a handy human laying around, you're going to have to go with good old-fashioned beef. I'm not going to tell you what shop this came from, but it does rhyme with let's go. So I went with very lean, lovely Irish mince, yes, and stewing meat. Here's the great thing about stewing meat, is it gives you great big chunks of meat in your chili. What more do I need to say? So the next thing we're going to talk about is beans. Now, some people like to put just like one kind of bean in there, and that's really boring. I figure, especially if we're going to be foraging here in the apocalypse, you're going to want to put whatever things you find into your chili. So this works out really well for me because I usually put in multiple kinds of beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, black beans, all kinds of other things. So, feel free to be creative. I usually try to put in 4 or 5 different kinds of beans, but let's see what we've got out there in the press. Well, what have we got here? Chickpeas, black beans, see some kidney beans, some tomato passata, chopped tomatoes. Oh, and what's this? What is this? Could this be a certain lovely black liquid secret weapon? Yeah, it fucking is. Now, when it comes to beans, like I said, usually I like to have several different kinds of beans in there, but being this is the apocalypse, we kind of have to make do with what we've got hanging around in the press. Kidney beans. Black beans. Some more black beans because I thought I had more kidney beans in the press, but I do not. Chickpeas. Just a little something different. Kind of lovely. Gotta like them. Tomato passata. Yeah. I don't know why I said that. That's kind of weird. Anyway, some chopped tomatoes. Just gives a little something extra in the sauce there. Guinness. So some of you right now are saying, well, hey, you fucking Egypt, why aren't you just drinking the Guinness? Well, if you remember earlier I said, any foods that are really good for the apocalypse need to be able to stretch. We want to stretch things out. Because, of course, when everybody went looting all the toilet roll, they also looted all the beer. So I have 1 can of Guinness left in the house. Plenty of whiskey, but only the 1 can of Guinness. So to stretch our resources, I'm going to put it into the chili so we have yummy deliciousness for days. And then I'm going to go looting and go steal some more Guinness.
Boink, boink. Now you're opening doors.
So, first things first, to get cooking here, we need heat. Heat. Next thing you need, your pot. Now that you got your pot on there, you got a little bit of heat going on to the pot. Of course, you got to have your spoon. Spoons are very important In everyday life, your spoon is your friend. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. Just kind of keep the bottom of the pan from burning. Now, since that oil is starting to heat up a little bit, first things first, I'm going to add stew meat. Listen to it sizzle. It's so happy to be being cooked. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So that's first. So, some spices that you're going to want to add. First things first, of course, good old-fashioned salt. Next, a little bit of chili powder, mild. After that, chili powder, hot. Spoon. So, here we go. Meat is nicely browning. And it has all of the spices all over it. This is what I like to do. I like to have all the spices cooking into the meat while we're doing this. And then it's already there. And it's already started into something. Next thing we're going to do, mince. Now, I'm only actually going to put, I think, half of this in. You know what? Fuck it. I think I'll leave myself a little bit for some burgers later. Because, of course, we're not going to eat this today. Now, while the meat's cooking down, we got a lot of beans to deal with. Because I like mine with lots and lots of beans in it. Not so saucy, mostly beany. Anyway, so you got to deal with the beans. Of course, you got to drain them because they come in this, like, icky black goo. Now, of course, I don't have a sieve. I didn't have a sieve before the apocalypse began, so I don't have a sieve now. But what I do have is my old camping pan. See? Cool little sievey bits there. So, as promised, inky black goo that comes with the black beans. This is not stuff that you want to have in your chili, in your soup, or anything else. It's repugnant. So there we go. Starting off with the old black beans. We're going to do, apparently, another can of black beans. Chickpeas. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. And some kidney beans. Motherfucker. Well, never fear. Luckily, maybe we don't need kidney beans. All right, hang on a second. Thank fuck I found this thing, because I did not want to have to, like, go all the way around it, because that is such a pain in the ass. So, thankfully, we have can opener. Is it fucking left-handed? What the fuck is going on with this thing? Fuck it. This is honestly not a setup. This is not. I wish I could say that this was just a silly setup just for the internet, but it fucking isn't. So we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Ha! There you go, you fucking bastard. Fucking know-how. There we go. Look, kidney beans. Drain off all the black gooey stuff. Yum, yum, yum. Now, in the case of a real apocalypse, I would find some use for that. Possibly creating some sort of biofuel or something like that. So, a little bit of water, a little bit more water. You're just going to keep draining these things until they run basically clear. Wash my hands, yeah, washing my hands for 20 seconds and it feels so good. It amazes me that we have to teach people how to do something for 20 seconds, you know. Sing yourself happy birthday, or tweak a little star. Hey, how about you just fucking count backwards from 20, dipshit? Okay, so I'm back from having a slash and washing my little hands, and so now we're gonna start combining things, meshing, melding them together. Yeah, after 12 days, I'm losing the fucking plot. So, I'm really not. I'm actually really enjoying this. I have been training for this moment for most of my adult life. I hate going outside. And for anybody who's actually like hugged me at a gig or out in public or something like that, and you feel like I've recoiled away from you repulsively, it's because human contact really disgusts me. If I hug you, I'm absolutely pissed out of my head. So, chili! Let's get the chili put together. Okay, cool. Here's the part where life starts getting exciting for our chili. Are you ready? Cool. Off goes the lid. Now you see, one of the good things about having done this with the lid on, it's got all these nice juices that stayed steamed up inside there. And we're going to taste test it later once we've got everything in there to see just how we did with the chili powder and the salt and the other chili powder and the salt and the Worcester sauce. You can also add like brown sauce, other things. Of course, you know what my secret weapon is. Love. Just fucking with you, it's Guinness. So, here comes the beans. Whoa! So many beans! Okay, maybe I'm losing the plot a little bit. Chopped tomatoes! Oh, fuck. Tomato passata. Oh, fuck. That was also not planned. I just didn't have my scissors out. Tomato passata! I don't know why I'm using this voice. We're going to give all this a little bit of a mix. Oh. See, it's already starting to look like chili. I keep bumping the camera, that's pissing me off. Fucking idiot. Anyway, so that's that there, like that. I think, possibly, probably, I'm going to add a bit more of the passata. And we'll hope. Get that over there. stabbing the posada. Hopefully not stabbing myself, cause I can't afford to get an infection this month. Cause I'm out of fucking work. I have my shitty job anyway. That's gonna be a new coat hanger solution original. So that already is a good bit of liquid, right? So we got 2 posadas in there. We got the chopped tomatoes. We got all the matter of beef and all the kinds of beans and everything else. And this is looking awfully thick. And the thing is, we could leave it just like that, and it'd probably be done in a couple of hours. But what kind of dirty fucking savage does that? Because as we all know, you don't eat chili on the first fucking day. If you didn't know you don't eat chili on the first fucking day, well then I can't help you. So, oh yeah, here it comes. Ooh. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Like it like that. Oh yeah. So, we're gonna mix that in. Ooh. And see, it's really soupy now, but that's good. It's good that it's soupy, because soupiness means that we can reduce it. We can just let it reduce. Let it reduce all day. It's just gonna be so happy. For some reason, I'm turning into a mix of Bob Ross and somebody else I can't think of. Perhaps Pee Wee Herman. Anyway. Or some form of Will Ferrell character. Anyway, so that's our chili. And now, I'm just going to whack a lid on that. Because I want it to kind of cook together first. And then, once it's had a chance to cook together, check out my hands. Wow, wow. Ooh, it's like magic. Wow. Once it's had a chance to cook together, we're going to take the lid off. I'm going to let it reduce for a while. Cool.
Sorry, usually I'm not going there.
But of course, you don't pour all of the Guinness into the chili. So what's our chili doing? Well, our chili is boiling. Look at that shit. Oh, yeah, motherfuckers. Let's get our little spoon out. Do this left-handed because I'm holding the camera now. And just gonna give it a little stir. Oh, baby. Yeah. Looks so good. Steaming up the camera now. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave the lid off now and let that reduce. Ready? Bye. So it is a absolutely stellar day out here. I shouldn't tell you where I live, but I think everybody already knows by now. People practicing social distancing, that's good. Like to see that. Not a lot of people out running around today, including me. I'm out in my back garden. So, yeah, so chili. Share your recipes. Especially if they involve cooking people. Also, this is the last fag in the pack, so I'm actually going to have to venture out today, out into the world, see some things, meet the people, dance the dance of the dead. Pray for me. Who? 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 Warm bubbling chili. Oh, this is happening, people. This is happening. It's happening. Attempting to make either a saw blade or a ninja star out of this can lid, but I think it's an interesting idea that has no actual merit in reality, because yeah, I don't know, I've been a little points off. Normally I'd use kitchen shears, but I don't want to ruin my kitchen shears doing something stupid for the internet. Maybe later. Oh, hey, look at that. That's probably going to help a little bit. By the way, this multi-tool has been with me, God, years and years and years. Decades. No, maybe not decades. Decade and a half. Long fucking time. Yeah. Stupid. I'm gonna drink some whiskey. Fuck this. Yes, and that is what it should look like once it's had a chance to reduce for a couple of hours. Nice and thick. Now you can of course have this with oh fuck, the camera's steaming up. Son of a bitch. Another really cool thing about apocalypse chili, or any chili, it doesn't matter if you put people in it or beef in it or pork. Oh, pork in chili is very good as well. But the cool thing about apocalypse chili is that requires very few dishes. You know, it's a big pan, spoon, sieve, teacup, canteen cup, whatever. And then of course, you know, possibly, you know, wiping, you know, blood and brains off of your e-tool because of zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're all gonna die.